From the KATC Weatherland, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, as we mentioned, rarefied hot air here, not only coming from the weathercaster, but outside as well. 105 degrees. We might have hit 106 this afternoon. 107 is not out of the question. We're going to get that official reading coming up before the 6 o'clock news, hopefully. Look at the visibility, though. Current visibility at 7 miles. There's smoke in the air, and you can smell it out there as well. But let's give you some context on this 105-degree heat. Now, mind you, over 130 years, we've only hit 105 or hotter 4 times. We did it once this past Sunday and today at the very least, and we may push that 100 be tied for that 106. That was set during the Dust Bowl years in the 1930s, and then the all-time record of 107 degrees in 1901 in July on the 13th. And notice the heat records. These are the top 10. Guess what? We got the last, we got 5 of the top 10, and we're going to add another one to the top 10. We'll probably start knocking out these 103s with all the heat we've had of late, because your highs are going to be 103 to 105. Now, as for the smoke, it's right here. This is where we're looking at a fire in western Beauregard Parish. So the smoke has been traveling east and then dropping southward with a northeast wind across the area, a little bit of a westerly wind over toward western Louisiana, and that smoke is going to stick around. Notice as we head into the overnight hours, this is through tomorrow morning, smoke could be quite thick in spots, especially when we get that nighttime inversion. You'll smell it tonight, and it moves maybe as far south as Lafayette. Hard to predict with light and variable winds, but notice again, we'll see that smoke in the region again tomorrow. May improve by the afternoon, and then it looks like more of that smoke will be heading northward as we head into Friday. But byproduct of all the high heat is the wildfire danger. That will continue in the next week to 10 days to 14 days probably, but we do have a chance of storms on the horizon. High pressure still in charge. Very big heat dome here, and it's going to continue to exert its muscle over us in the days ahead. Generally fair to partly cloudy skies. Not much going on the Doppler. There have been a few dots here and there. Seeing one over by Calcasieu Parish, another one east of Baton Rouge, but your rain chances less than 5%. Tomorrow, maybe 10%. We'll take a look at that model data in a bit. So it's quiet across the Gulf of Mexico. We have a couple of systems that the National Hurricane Center is watching. This one, a low-end chance of development. The remnants of Emily look like they're going to go and move up toward the North Atlantic. And then right now, the main issue has been Tropical Storm Franklin, producing very heavy rainfall over Hispaniola, mainly the Dominican Republic, now moving back out into open water, and probably an opportunity to intensify. National Hurricane Center brings us up to hurricane status by the weekend, and perhaps a Category 2 storm somewhere near the Bermuda area in 5 days as we head into early next week. And the East Coast will have to watch this too. Maybe some waves battering along the East Coast, maybe some beach erosion as well. Only game in town now, but there could be another thing on the horizon that we'll be watching. So here we have Franklin kind of moving just west of due north, but the Euro model has been hinting at the last couple of days that some moisture is going to come out of Central America, be by the Yucatan, and then possibly develop in the Gulf of Mexico. But at the same time, here's that trough I mentioned that will be coming down Monday, Tuesday. That's going to be giving us a chance of rain, and unfortunately shuttling this moisture off to the east. But this time of year, you got to worry about not only tropical storms, but hurricanes as well. So that would be east of us, and the dry air here resumes, but there'll be more tropical moisture lurking beyond the 10-day forecast. Hopefully, as we get into September, we can see better rain chances develop. Near term, the HER model here, pretty quiet in the lower 80s for tomorrow morning. We'll go 105 for the high, and the HER model actually indicating we might see a storm or two with a northeast flow aloft. That's not uncommon, so we got to go with rain chance at 10%. I'd be tempted to go 20% based on this map, but persistence remains the forecast, and then back near 80 for Friday morning and back up to 103 to 104 on Friday. Here are the highs for tomorrow: 103 up to 107. Leesville, Alexandria will go 103 to 105 on the I-10 corridor. Lafayette coming in now at 104 for tomorrow. And again, some of that smoke may limit the heat tomorrow, but I'd go with 104, 105 easily once again. weekend. And any of the days that we have moving forward, 104 was the forecast high for today, but we might have hit 106. So that could happen on any day, depending on the winds, and that heat index way up there, 112 to 118 once again. Overnight tonight, it's going to be a quiet night. 80's the record set back in 2015, just 8 years ago. And then for tomorrow, the record is at 103. That should be in the bag as well. We'll go 104 to 105 for your projected high here. And as we move forward into the weekend, 103 to 104 this weekend, maybe pushing 105 Sunday or Monday. Here comes that frontal system Tuesday. That should generate some storms. Right now we'll go 30%, but look for that number to go up. We'll keep our fingers crossed. And then not much cooler, but an improvement. We'll say highs upper 90s to near 100, and overnight lows will see the best improvement in the low to mid 70s. But the heat wave still may go on.
Still rolling.
It's still rolling away. We're going to add up. This year we'll have more 100-degree days than we've had totally in the last 40 years put together.
Think of those numbers once this is all over with.
Oh,
That's
it's been a lot of stats.
Sure is.
For sure.
All right, brushing up on it too. Thanks, Rob.
Exactly.